for, but they were confident that there'd be developments early in the week. There really haven't been any today. I think might also have been the fact that one of the keys here we're led to believe is Cristiano making a statement, coming out and saying that, thanking the fans and saying that after 9 years, 4 Champions League titles and 4 Ballon d'Ors with Real Madrid, he's ready for a new challenge, ready to move on, because it's very important to Florentino Perez that the impetus for this move come from Cristiano, or be seen to come from Cristiano and not from him. Obviously, it didn't happen today. Might have something to do with the news cycle. Obviously, Luis Enrique confirmed as the new Spain manager today. Karim Benzema also with a somewhat cryptic tweet that suggested his was also a goodbye. So stay tuned. If I had a hunch now with the semifinals, I think it could happen in the next day or two, or we could well have to wait until Thursday when it won't be competing with the World Cup for attention. But again, his people, very, very confident.
Gab, you mentioned there Benzema's tweet, and it was a bit weird, wasn't it? It was like 9 years, having a great time at the club. It's been a privilege to play for Real Madrid. It was as if he was gonna leave, but obviously, well, he isn't at the moment.
Yeah, but I think it's pretty clear to a lot of people that he's expected to go. There is some interest from elsewhere. Maybe it might involve a pay cut in exchange for more years on his contract. I think from Madrid's perspective, they feel, okay, without Cristiano, without Benzema, we can go into a rebuild. We can get the type of players that Lopetegui wants. We can get more minutes on the pitch for the stars that we do have. And it's Asensio and Isco and Lucas Vazquez. They look around and they think there's some pretty good center forwards out there. Mbappe, obviously the dream, but also Harry Kane, equally a dream. Mauro Icardi, maybe more gettable. But I think Lewandowski, of course, that story doesn't go away. So they probably figure that the time to act is now.
We were speaking to Julien Laurent, our French colleague earlier, Ali, about Mbappe, and he said it's not happening. Okay. No chance.
All right.
So let's take Mbappe out of the picture.
Okay.
You're Florentino Perez. Who do you get?
So all things being equal, and all of those names that we've been talking about are available, I go after Harry Kane. I need somebody who can score goals. Ronaldo, with him gone, that level of productivity is also gone. So I go after Harry Kane, and then I need a playmaker behind him or alongside him. And if that's the case, I don't go after Neymar. I go after Eden Hazard.
Right.
And so at this point in their careers, I believe more in Eden Hazard in the sense that, okay, he's going to complement Harry Kane better than Neymar would. I wouldn't have said that before the tournament. I wouldn't have said that before this Champions League with PSG and Neymar. But I'm saying that now simply because I think it's a better fit with Kane and Hazard.
Harry Kane.
I agree absolutely with Ali. Harry Kane will give you goals. Ronaldo is a goal scorer. He's not a playmaker anymore. He's not somebody who's going to go past people with the ball. He's a goal scorer. And I think that Harry Kane is a great goal scorer. He's proved it over the last 2 years. He hasn't played brilliantly in the World Cup, but he's still scored goals, some of it from the penalty spot. But I think he'll do a really good job.
There's also a history of Spurs selling players to Real Madrid. So there's obviously been some business transactions between Perez and Daniel Levy. So maybe it's just a knock on the door and says, look, we can help pay for that new stadium that you just built. And Harry Kane can help pay for that.
But all these names we're talking about, there's a fair percentage chance that it doesn't happen.
You've got to ask the question, haven't you?
But you've got to make sure you get something. So what's wrong with Lewandowski at Bayern? You know, he's been trying to talk his way out of there. They don't seem to be very happy with what he's saying either. It wasn't particularly brilliant last season, I will admit. But the guy's got quality, and so at the end of the day, if you don't
get Kane, you go for Lewandowski.
I just want to go back to Kane for a moment. Daniel Levy.
He'd be under a bit of pressure, wouldn't he, from the Tottenham fans?
Yeah, he would.
But he emigrate.
In the past, he sold, as soon as a big offer comes in, he sold his best players.
If you're Harry Kane, you'd want to go. Yeah? Is that just...
I'm not sure, because he loves Spurs. I think he feels comfortable there. Is he someone that would get homesick? You know, sometimes players go somewhere and they don't always fit in, they're not quite happy. Then he's loved by the Tottenham fans. He's loved by everybody in England at the moment, Harry Kane. If he goes somewhere else and suddenly he's questioned, will he be able to make sure that he doesn't crumble?
What if he goes and he does well?
That's it. So only he will know that. Only he will know that.
What do you think, Stevie?
Listen, as a professional player, I think you have to try and play with the best. And if it means breaking a few hearts along the way, sometimes it just happens. And if I'm Harry Kane, I'm going to Real Madrid.
You someone like Rush, who was probably the best striker in world football at one point. He went to Juventus.